Back to the island now. An important recreational route in the Cowichan Valley is open just in time for the BC Day long weekend. The Kinsol Trestle south of Duncan has been refurbished. Construction on the $7 million project began a year ago. Much of the work was done by MacDonald and Lawrence Timber Framing. The Cobble Hill-based company also worked on the restoration of the bastion in Nanaimo. A-News reporter Eric Thompson has more.
It's an impressive structure, rising 44 meters above the Cowichan River. Originally completed in 1920, the Kinsol Trestle is a vital part of the Cowichan Valley's history.
It's very important for the valley in terms of a sense of history, in terms of a sense of heritage, and in terms of what it means for the future in economics, tourism potential, and a sense of accomplishment and keeping our history together.
I rode my dirt bike across this when I was a young fella and got pictures of me standing on it 40 years ago. So to see it saved is, I think, huge for the whole community, huge for the whole island and all of Canada, I think.
The trestle was almost lost forever, but in 2007, MacDonald and Lawrence Timber Framing, based in Cobble Hill, presented the Cowichan Valley Regional District with a plan to restore it rather than demolish it. The CVRD commissioned a series of studies and worked with the province, and construction on the $7 million project began last year. Then, on July 28th, the dream of refurbishing the bridge was finally realized.
It's a magnificent structure, and it's great to see that we're preserving this piece of British Columbia history. This truly was and is an engineering feat, a marvel. And this is absolutely going to be one of the most prized and iconic features of the Trans-Canada Trail.
The detour to get around this hole in the trail was a very long one in the past, so I can see the hikers and the bikers and the ferries full of people coming to visit us.
So I reckon there's 200,000 lineal feet.
Megan MacDonald and the rest of the crew from MacDonald and Lawrence were on hand as the historic trestle reopened after more than 2 decades.
To be able to leave bits of bridge behind that I've helped make is just amazing, and to be able to take friends and family out here, it's really cool. Last week I was taking out some of the posts using the man basket and the crane and taking them out and then putting new ones in, which involves drilling big holes in it and getting all the spikes together and putting bolts up and putting them back in place. And
we started with MacDonald and Lawrence when they first came out to survey the bridge and basically judge the extent of the deterioration. And I guess that was about 5 years ago, and since then we've been surveying it on ropes, removing dangerous objects, and replacing deteriorated members.
I'm new to the area, so being involved in this job is pretty neat. I've been in construction for a long time, and I've never been on a project that's been such a positive environment, and it's a pretty dangerous job too, and it was a really neat part of history for myself. Can't wait to bring a family over here.
Right from the early days, we were big proponents of saving this bridge and not having it demolished and replaced with a new structure. And it's extremely satisfying to be here today and see people so enthusiastic about the project and walking across the bridge in the sunshine. That's what it's all about.
The restoration project included replacing unsound timbers and reinforcing the trestle's 6 structural piers. A 187-meter walkway was also built for pedestrians, cyclists, and horseback riders. And dozens of volunteers built a trail below that offers spectacular views of the trestle.
From up here we see the beauty, from down below we see the beauty of the bridge. Oh, I think economically it's more important than most people realize. I was amazed at the bridge lovers in this world that are inquiring about it.
Hopefully it'll be here for many years to come.
Most of the money for the Kinsol Restoration Project came from grants through the provincial and federal governments, as well as several community fundraising initiatives. You can learn more about the historic Kinsol Trestle and check out the webcam at kinsol.ca. In Shawnigan Lake, Eric Thompson, A-News.